How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 24 franchise ribbon challenge. We've got our next AFC conference team, and it's going to be the Tennessee Titans, another 7-10 team. So, if you're enjoying the content, leave a like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, we got a comment down below some more videos. Socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, down below description if you like other content by TJP. And speaking of the description, we got the rules down there. For those that don't know, we do 5 seasons, injuries on. Not meant to be realistic. So if you're expecting realism, I mean, there might be some moves that may be realistic, but I'm not going for that. So again, it's a video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too serious. And yeah, these will be the rules going forward based on where people finished and teams finished last season. Also, if I mispronounce names, I mispronounce names. All right, with that being said, let's get on the gameplay. All right, let's take a look here at the roster that we're going to be fielding for now. I mean, you might look to make a trade here and there, but we're going to take a look at the team. So Ryan Tannehill is our QB right now. Getting up there a bit in age, so we might want to, well, I guess we have Will Levis. Maybe he could be a future starter. We'll see. Running back, we got Derrick Henry. We got Spears, our backup. No fullback. Wide receivers, Hopkins with Burks. And Chris Moore. So that's pretty cool to see. Okonkwo is going to be our tight end. Andre Dillard, he's going to be our left tackle. Left guard's going to be Skoronski. Aaron Brewer center. Right guard's Brunskill. Nicholas Petit-Frere, he's going to be our right tackle. Danico Autry, he's our left end. Right end's Jeffrey Simmons, although he's hurt right now. Tart's going to be our defensive tackle. We also got Tyler Shelvin. The Key, Arden Key. Left outside linebacker, Al Shahir. He is our mid linebacker with Ben. Harold Landry III, right outside linebacker. We got Sean Murphy-Bunting, Christian Fulton, Roger McCreary as our corners. Kevin Biard as our free safety. Strong safety is Monty Hooker. And then we got kicking, Badgley, and Stonehouse punting. So, we do have our first round pick 11. So that's cool to see. Might need it. Might come in handy this season. But let's take a look at improve team functionality and see if there's anybody that we can pick up here to fill any holes. Because we do have some holes right now, obviously, because we got some guys that are hurt. But it shouldn't be too crazy. I mean, looking at right guard. Obviously, right guard is hurt right now. I mean, is anybody we want to pick up? Not necessarily there. On the center side, I mean, we could go for like a Ben Jones. He fits the scheme of the team. Might as well pick him up. Boost up the line. So, yeah, for a season, I don't think it hurts to have him on the squad. Left tackle. I mean, do we want to get another left tackle? Not necessarily. I mean, we don't have to. It's out there. Maybe a right tackle. But do I want Cannon as for a season? Just maybe as a veteran presence, possibly. I mean, we already got Hubbard, but I think we'll maybe look to ride out as what we have now, and maybe at the mid-season, if we want to make a move, we can. So let's just keep the team as is. We'll make sure everybody's healthy by the beginning of the season, and we'll see how good this team is going to be going forward. So I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. I'm not expecting anything too major, but we'll see. 4-2 right now. That's not too bad. Colts are 6-1 in the AFC South, but you know what? We're not doing terrible. I mean, offense ranked number 27, but we are the 5th ranked defense, which is good to see in terms of total yards allowed, I guess. But yeah, definitely want to improve the offense because offensively we're not that great, but 4-2 is not too bad. Tannehill's not great. 6 TDs, 4 interceptions, 85.6 passer rating. Do we give Will Levis the key to the franchise potentially? At some point, I mean, we might have to. Derrick Henry, 515, 8 TDs. He's looking good so far. Spears, our backup running back, missed a couple games. DeAndre Hopkins, 384, 2 TDs, 220, and 1 for Burks, 185 for Chris Moore. Also, Derrick Henry on the receiving end doing pretty good too. And Okonkwo as well. Our blocking has been very stellar. 5 sacks allowed as a team. That's not a lot. In terms of defense, Al Shares leading our team in tackles. Naaman, he is at 38. Autry's at 28, 26 from Fulton. Yard's going to have 25. Murphy Bunting, 23. That's not too bad. Sacks, not a lot. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons only has 1.5 sacks, but I imagine he has... Oh, no, he hasn't missed the game. Okay, no, he was healthy. So, yeah, not a lot of sacks for our team. Interception-wise, we do have 7 already. That's a decent amount of interceptions through the mid-season point. Just not doing too great on the field goals. 3 of 7. I need to work on that. Stonehouse, punting, and the judge kick return, punt return. So, again, 27th offensive yards, which is very low. Our passing is 3rd worst in the league. Rush-wise, we are a bit better in that department. But I don't know where we are. Oh, there we are. Yeah, a bit better in that department, but nothing too crazy there. We are scoring 22.5 points per game, which surprisingly isn't that bad. But yeah, we have the lowest amount of passing touchdowns. We have pretty high rush touchdowns. That's good to see. Yeah, maybe we see what we can get for Tannehill and try to just rock out with Levi's. But I mean, we're 4-2, so I don't know if I want to make the move right now. It's tempting. The question is, how much money would that save me, or would that cost me if I were to move a guy like Tannehill? Because I imagine he is making probably the most money on the team. I would assume, and it looks like he is. So, what could I get if I move him? Well, we would save money. So I will look around. I'll look around shop and see if maybe we get another first-round pick. I mean, I'm not opposed to having another first-rounder. So if I can get one, I'll do it. All right, I traded away Tannehill because he, I think, was expiring. So we traded him away. We got a 3rd-round pick this season coming our way, some 6th-rounders, and a 7th. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to let him walk anyway. I guess he'll be our QB for the rest of the season. I want to say that's fine, but I'm not sure. I mean, 4-2. Didn't feel like I needed to do that, but I might as well get something for Tannehill because I didn't know if I was going to want to re-sign him. So, I mean, I guess theoretically we could re-sign him, and now we have picks. So I guess we could get him back, but I don't know. I think we give Will a chance, see what he could do. It's probably not going to be amazing. Nevertheless, I'm going to look around just to double check to make sure there maybe isn't a quarterback out there that we'd want. But, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really look like I'd want any of these players. So, yeah, Joe Flacco. Wow. Yeah, Joe Flacco. If this was 8 or 9 years ago, maybe. Or not even that long ago. Maybe like 6 or 7. I'd say like 8 or 9. But, yeah, all right. Well, anyways, let's advance to the end of the season. I mean, if we run the ball, I'm cool. So, let's see how we end up finishing, and we'll go on from there. Right, so, we ended up going 8-9. Didn't make the playoffs. Not a problem. Wasn't really expecting to make the playoffs this season, but I'm curious to see maybe if we'd won this game. We lost by 1 point. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, then we would have been 9-8. Would have had a shot, but unfortunately didn't get it. So we were close, but not close enough. So Will, 11 TDs, 9 interceptions, 70.5. Not quite ready yet. Almost 2,000 yards thrown for. He's not quite there yet. I mean, Derrick Henry had a nice season. 1,479 yards, 12 TDs. I mean, that's really good. Spears, not too bad. 271 and 4. Hopkins, 838 yards receiving, 6 TDs, 713 and 4 for Chris Moore. Traylon Burke, 627, 1 receiving touchdown. Okonkwo from the Titans, 478 and 2 TDs. Even Derrick Henry's getting 322 and 4 as well. Blocking overall was, I was going to say good, but wow. Need to get a better right tackle. I mean, Nicholas, that's abysmal. 22 sacks allowed? That's the highest I've ever seen in my life. So that's terrible. In terms of defense, Alshire 117 tackles. Ben's got 102. Then we got Fulton with 74, 72 for Murphy Bunting, 70 for Biard. So that's cool to see. Looks like Jeffrey Simmons led the team in sacks with 7.5. 5.5 for Harold Landry the third. Autry's got 3.5. 3 from Tart. Neiman's got 1.5. Then got a few guys with a half. Now, interception-wise, Murphy Bunting with 3. 2 from Fulton. 2 from McCreary. 1 from these guys down here. Definitely got to get a better kicker. His badge was terrible. Stonehouse, punting, Kyle Phillips, kick return, and Chris Moore, punt return. So you get 23 on the offensive side of the ball. A little bit low. A little bit low on the yards. Passing-wise, near the bottom. We did run a lot. So that's, I guess, cool. 18 points a game, near the bottom. So definitely offense is a bit of an issue. We got to fix our line, especially our right tackle. Got to get a better right tackle if Nick's going to let up that many sacks. Defensively, I feel like we were okay. Yeah, we're pretty good in terms of the total yards. 34-61 passing. So we did well against the pass. 1906 rush was solid, but nothing too crazy. And then 372 points allowed. That's not terrible. Yeah, not terrible. But we gotta improve the offense. So that's the main key. I don't know if Will's gonna be our QB. I don't know, but at least we have some picks for this upcoming draft. We'll have a little bit of cap room. I don't know what we're gonna be doing with all that cap, but we'll see. Regardless, we do have a lot of guys that we need to re-sign. So I'll see you guys at the end of the Super Bowl. We'll see who wins it, and then we'll go on to the offseason. All right, so let's take a look at the Super Bowl recap. We got the Bills beating the Eagles. Josh Allen, Super Bowl MVP, 31-28. Mahomes, Sirianni, Mahomes, Donald, Jaden Reed, Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Packers. I almost said the Patriots. I meant to say the Packers. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Byron Young from the Rams. Okay, let's go on to the offseason. We got a lot of money. So we got 14 players up for negotiation. Derrick Henry being one of them. I'd like to keep him around. Tart, Farley, Murphy Bunting, Alshire, we want to keep, I'd say. A few of these other guys could let walk. Autry I want to maybe keep, even though he's a little bit on the older side. So yeah, I think we'll try to see what we can keep. Definitely want to keep Derrick Henry, even if I have to give him the thingamabopper, but I don't think I have to. So yeah, we'll just give him some. We'll overpay for him a little bit. Why not? That should be able to keep him around. Oh, no, it doesn't. All right, we can franchise tag him. How much does he want? Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. We'll franchise tag you for that much. That's not too bad. All right, I'll see you guys once I have some more moves on the table. We'll go from there. A few of these other guys walk here. I could re-sign Ben, but I don't know if I want to give him a contract now. We could, but we got Monty Rice. Share. I feel like we might draft the mid linebacker. So yeah, Fulton wants to test. That's fine. But we're gonna have a lot of money, $72 million. Let's see what we can do in that free agency. Hopefully it's a good class, and we can actually add some talent to this team. All right, so let's view free agency recap. We actually had an okay free agency. Did get Kenny Moore the second. He's a new cornerback. That's another good guy to have on the team. Got Terrence Steele, the right tackle. John Runyon, right guard. We got Anthony Walker Jr., new mid linebacker, fits the team. Will Lutz, new kicker. Laviska Shenault Jr. taking a flyer on him. Might develop into a good wide receiver. And then we got Connor McGovern to be our new center. That's not a bad free agency. I feel like we did okay. Got some signings. I feel like we improved the team. So let's head on to the draft. We do have a first-round pick, so I'll tell you guys who we take with it. And we have a few other picks, too. So let's see what happens. So I'm taking a look at what we would want. Don't know if I really want a QB. But, I mean, I could take one. I could take a Scotty Williams if I really wanted to. If I don't trust Will. I mean, that's kind of our best pitcher. But we do need a left tackle. I could go with Jerry Collins or Scott Byrne. I might go with Jerry Collins, I think. So we're going to take him. We're going to take Jerry Collins. If I want to get a QB, a better QB, I'll just trade for an actual one. Not like one of these rookies. So, beautiful stuff there. Jerry Collins, welcome to the squad. I'm going to do the rest of the drafts, and I'll see you guys at the draft recap. So let's go take a look at draft recap here. So we'll take a look at the contracts and see what we got. So, obviously you saw me take Jerry Collins. We did get a Cecil Gills in the corner. We got a right guard, free safety, right outside linebacker in another corner, another free safety, and a right end. So I do think our team should be better this season. I mean, I think. The problem is, will be good enough as a QB. It's only time will tell. So I'll see you guys at the start of the second season. Look at the roster and see if we want to make any moves before going. Here we are at the start of the second season. Look at the roster here that we're going to be fielding. So right now, we've got Will Levis as our QB. Is he sponsored by Levi's Jeans? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if he is. Derrick Henry, running back, Spears, and Haskins. No fullbacks, which is fine. Wide receiver, Hopkins, Burks, and Chenault Jr. That should be an interesting combination. Then we got Okonkwo as our tight end. Left tackle got Jerry Collins, who we drafted. Skoronski, left guard. Center's going to be Connor McGovern. Right guard's John Runyon. Terrence Steele is our right tackle now. We got Autry as our left end. Simmons is our right end. Defensive tackles Tartan Shelvin. We got Arden Key there as our left outside linebacker. Mid linebacker is going to be Al Shaer and Anthony Walker Jr. We've got Handler Landry the third is our right outside linebacker. Kenny Moore right now currently injured, but our best corner with Murphy, Bunting, and Farley. Also got McCreary as well still. And yeah, it's pretty solid. We're pretty deep on corners right now. Bard is going to be our free safety. Strong safety still Amani Hooker. Kicking is Will Lutz now. And Ryan Stonehouse will still be our punter. So pretty solid. And we do have some extra picks there from that Tannehill trade this season. So we're looking good. We'll take a look at the improved team. See if there's anything we might want to add to the squad. Like I said, maybe a QB. Do we try to trade for a QB? I mean, right now, doesn't really feel like we need to. We could pick up a fullback if we really wanted to, like a Ethan Carter. And just for the season, might as well. Just that we have one, you know what I mean? Not to say that we really need it, but, you know, maybe it'll help out. Tight ends, any tight ends out there that we might want to get that are better? Daniel Bellinger's 23 years old, 73 overall, and he fits the scheme of team. Maybe that's an option. I mean, they'd want a left guard. I mean, we could move... no, not really. I was going to say we could move Dylan Reddons, but I don't think they would take him unless they threw in like a couple picks, and I don't really want to do that. So, yeah, I think let's just keep the team as is for now. We'll shop around offers for QBs if Will Levis is not having a good season and our team is struggling. Then we'll try to, acquire a talented QB. I feel like our defense should be good again. That offense I'm a little bit worried about. I mean, give the ball to Derrick Henry, let him run. He's still got a couple seasons left in him before he starts to regress. So I'll see you guys at the midseason point. We'll see how the team's doing. 4-3. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, we're 4-2 last season. I mean, 10-3. I mean, 4-3 is not too bad so far. I mean, it's okay. It could be better, but 4-3 we'll take it. Let's look at the stats and see who's doing well on the team. I mean, 9 TDs, 9 interceptions. Well, I got to cut down the interceptions. I mean, 82.8 passer rating is why it's so low. 60% completion percentage, 1,426 yards. So if you got to cut down those interceptions, hopefully in the second half of the season doesn't throw as many. I mean, 550 and 7 for Derrick Henry. You take that. Spears, backup running back, doing solid. Receiving-wise, DeAndre Hopkins, 457, 6 TDs. Burks, 329 and a touchdown. Kyle Phillips in the receiving TD. Chenault isn't really playing much. She only has 3 receptions this season, so it looks like we're favoring Kyle Phillips, which is fine. And Okonkwo is going to be our tight end, who's doing all right there. 2 TDs from him. Blocking-wise, overall, pretty solid. Only 5 sacks allowed. Al Shares leading the team in tackles with 46, and we got Walker Jr. at 45, 34 for Kenny Moore. He's got 3 interceptions as well. Autry's got 4 sacks, 8 tackles for losses, 30 tackles in total. Landry the third with 28, same thing with Weaver, Bunting, Bjard, and Hooker, 26 and 24 apiece for those 2 respectively. Autry and Simmons leading the team in sacks. Then we got Walker Jr., Landry the second. Then we got Weaver and Hooker down here as well as Tart. 4 interceptions as a team. And then kicking, Will Lutz much better than we previously had. And then we had Ryan Stonehouse here punting, kick return, Gills, and then punt return, Shelby. So yeah, we're 15th offensive yards, so much better than we were last season. I will say that. So that's good. Our passing is okay, like middle of the pack, and then our rush is close to the top half of the league. 21.6 points per game. It's probably not that high, honestly, and it's not. It's definitely near the bottom, so still nothing too crazy going on there. Now, how about total yards allowed here on the defensive side of the ball? That is taking a bit of a hit, as you can see. So, 1,561 pass yards allowed. That's going to be pretty high, but not too high. And then 805 rush yards allowed is also fairly high as well. 152 points allowed. That's actually not too bad. So, even though teams are getting up and down the field on us, I mean, if they get in the red zone or close to scoring, we're not letting them really score. So, that's good. 15 sacks is also close to the top of the league. Yeah, I think we could shop around for a QB. I'm fine with having Will be our QB again. But if I can get a better one, I should totally try to get one. Let's see our injury situation right now. Key is hurt. Henry, dislocated wrist, out for a week. So no Key. And no Walker Jr. for 3 weeks. So that's a bit tough. Hopefully Henry will be back after this bye week. Because not having him is going to be a little bit painful. So let me take a look and see if there's any moves we can make, though, to try to acquire a better QB. Okay. Made a huge trade here. So I traded for Trevor Lawrence, Evan Ingram, and Josh Allen. I gave up all my first-round picks and second-round picks. Ballsy move. I know. I am aware that is a very ballsy move, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So the Jaguars, I don't know why they would do that. They wouldn't. But, hey, it's not meant to be realistic. I mean, I might now try to move Will and see if I can get a pick for him. Like, does he have any value? Probably not. But I'll look around. I'll see if I can get some picks for him. So, because I feel like I don't really need him. So, actually, maybe not. Who would I not need? That's the question. Maybe Malik Willis. He could be the backup, I guess. I could move Malik Willis. I'm trying to think. Who's making a lot that I feel like I can get rid of? I feel like I can get rid of Dillard. We can move him for some, I guess, lower picks. That's probably about the simplest move I could do. I traded away Dillard for a 5th-round pick from the Cardinals. So, yeah, I recuperated some of my first and second round picks with getting a 5th-round pick, right? And I guess we free up a tad bit more cap. So, I mean, I think the team's better, for sure, with Trevor Lawrence, Evan Ingram, and Josh Allen. So, let's see what ends up happening the rest of the way. I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Hopefully we're in it. That's the real question. Can we make it? I don't know. So we made the playoffs. 10-7. We're taking on the Colts in Lucas Oil Stadium. They were 11-6, but we were pretty good. I mean, offensive ranked 12th in terms of total yards, number 7 defensively. Colts 5th and 9th. They're a pretty good team. They were a game better than us. And shout out to getting Trevor Lawrence, because that certainly helped me out. Yeah, he's definitely better than Will. Yep. So, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, 30,715 yards, 32 TDs, 6 interceptions, 110.6 passer rating. I expect more of that from him. Rush-wise, Derrick Henry, almost 1,400 yards, 13 TDs. So, and that's with missing a game. So, he could have had 1,500 yards. Spears was solid as a backup. Lawrence, and then Will when he played first half of the season. I mean, he was 4-3. It's not like he was awful. But, I don't know. I just feel like maybe to take this team to the next level, we just need somebody that's really, really good. And, I mean, yeah, Hopkins, 969, 57 yards a game, 14 TDs. That's really good to see. Treylon Burks, 884, 1 receiving TD. Evan Ingram, 733, 8. Kyle Phillips, 519. So, yeah, Colin Quote's now being our backup tight end. So, that's kind of how that cookie crumbles. How's the blocking overall? Pretty solid. Steele and Collins each allowed 7. I mean, yeah, look at that. Nicholas didn't allow a sack this time around. That's good. He didn't play much less downs, though. Anthony Walker Jr., 90 tackles for him to lead the team. Josh Allen, 16 tackles for losses, 14.5 sacks, 83 total, 82 from Kenny Moore II with 4 interceptions. Alshira Autry, Amani Hooker with 65 tackles. I can see Jeffrey Simmons with 11.5 sacks. That's good to see. Walker Jr. with 6, 5.5 from Autry, 4 from Landry III, which is nice. Tart with 2 sacks a game, so that's not too bad. Katie Moore, the second, 4 interceptions. So with Biard as well. Josh Allen with interceptions, same with Hooker, Rice, and Caleb Barley. Kicking wise, Will Lutz 14 of 17, not too bad, and 47-40 on the extra points. Stonehouse punting, get your kick return and punt return as well. Special teams. So 12th total offensive yards, not too bad. We had, I think, we were total there, good, 12th. What was our pass yards? We were kind of near the bottom, but rush-wise, we were near the top. And we scored 23.5 points per game, which is fairly good. Fairly good. Now, defensively, bread and butter. Looking good on that front. And our pass yards allowed, 34.40. It's pretty impressive. 19.42 on the total rush yards allowed, which is about near the middle. But 340 points allowed is pretty good. And the Bills, I thought the Bills went... Oh, the Chargers went 16-1. Wow, okay. So they must be the team to beat. Clearly they have the bye. It would be shocking if they don't. Obviously they do. Who else has the bye then? Let's see. So they have the bye. The Cowboys also have a bye. So we were taking on the Colts, 3 versus 6. I mean, we could win the wild card, potentially. Advance the divisional, that'd be awesome. Only way to find us to simulate. So let's hop on into the Super Sim and see what happens. All right, wild card's upon us, and we're about to enter the Super Sim. So we are in the playoffs here, back at it. Let's see how we do here. Starting it off, we get a field goal. They get a touchdown, 7-3. Second quarter, we score. We can't. They're going to score again, make it 14-3. Going to the second half, we get make 14-10. We're going to score, make it 14-13. Can we score here? We do. Fit 16-14 on a field goal. They get a touchdown, 21-16. Can we score here? We only score a field goal. So we went for a field goal when we're down 5. I don't understand that. I don't understand the logic behind that. So we lose by 2. Okay. I feel like at that pace, I gotta have to slow it down, but it's hard. It's just like I don't even understand why we would not go for it there. But unfortunately, took the L. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, I guess, was okay. I mean, we did outplay Anthony Richardson. Derrick Henry didn't do that great. 17 carries, and he only had 38 yards to show for it. Hopkins was solid. All right. I mean, only lost by 2. We could build upon this. So let's see who won the Super Bowl, because it doesn't show it on the top anymore. And, of course, I was about to say, watch it be the Colts, and it was the Colts. Samson Ebekam's going to be your Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott, Brandon Staley, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Donald. We've got Dre Booker and Michael Irons. Dolphins, Bears, respectively there. So, Eagles got back. Couldn't get the job done, though, man. The Eagles seem to get there all the time, but then when I pick the Eagles, they're not going to make it. I'm telling you. All right. Let's go on to the offseason. Let's try to make some more moves to improve this team. Step by step. So we got 11 players. We got a lot of money. A lot of money to play around with here. Derrick Henry, he wants to re-sign this time, and that's good. So we're going to keep him around. Spears also is a backup. Got Burks want to re-sign. Definitely want to re-sign Kevin Byard. DeAndre Hopkins want to re-sign. So a lot of guys that are up for contracts we want to keep. So I'm going to go through that and try to keep some of these players. We'll see who ends up keeping and see who wants to test. All right, so I pretty much got everybody back I wanted. Stonehouse wanted to test. I actually did the funniest thing ever. I franchise tagged a punter. I mean, it was only for $3.84 million. So, I mean, with that $22 million, who knows what I was going to get with it anyway. So, not like anybody's going to be there good in free agency, right, game? Watch, now there's going to be somebody that I could have used that extra $3 million for. Probably not, though. Either way, couple positions that we want to try to get some more depth in. Definitely want to get a new left end. Because Autry is still on the team, but he's getting up there in age, so I'd like to have someone back him up. So I'll see you guys in free agency. We'll see who we end up signing. Should be interesting. Let's get on into it. So let's view the free agency recap. Show you guys who we got. So we picked up Jordan Poyer. He's going to be our new strong safety. I guess fits the team. But we got him for 1 season. Then we got Draymond Jones, left end. And then we've got Cody Whitehair, new center. Both fit the scheme of the team. Actually, really all of them do. And then we got Mike Jackson Jr. Just another corner depth. So, not too bad there. I like the squad. Let's see what ends up happening in the draft. We don't have our first round pick, so I'll just show you guys who, or a second round pick. So I'll just show you guys who we end up drafting. Some more young guys on the team, and we'll go from there. All right, let's view the team here, or not view the team. Let's view the draft recap in case you guys are curious to see what we have going on. So, do you get a wide receiver in Gibson? We got a Shepard needed defensive tackle. So yeah, we got a few wide receivers, defensive tackles, tight ends, another strong safety, and Chuck Porter. So that's what we did in the draft. Let's go on to the third season and see if this team get back to the postseason, which we should be able to. Our third season. Let's look at the roster. Here it is. It's an interesting one. So, QB, we got Trevor Lawrence, obviously, as our starter. We got Derrick Henry running back with Spears. And Haskins, our third guy. Wide receiver, Hopkins still with Treylon Burks. And Chenault Jr. now our third guy. We also got Phillips as our fourth. We got Ingram and Okonkwo, tight ends. Left tackles, Jerry Collins. Saransky, left guard, but he's hurt right now. Center's going to be Whitehair and McGovern. Got Runyon, right guard. Right tackle's going to be Steele. Left end's Draymond Jones. Right end, Simmons, obviously. Tart, defensive tackle with Matthias Shepard, who we drafted. Josh Allen, left outside linebacker. We also have Key, too. Shair is going to be our mid linebacker. Anthony Walker Jr. as well. Harold Landry, the third right outside linebacker. Corners, Kenny Moore, the second. Sean Murphy-Bunting, Farley. We still have Cecil Gill, the guy we drafted. He might end up starting over Farley. Who knows? We also got McCreary. A lot of corners. We got a lot of corners. Free safety. We've got Biard as our free safety. Strong safety, Jordan Poyer. We got a hooker as well backing him up. We don't have a kicker. And, yeah, Stonehouse our punters. We do need to get a kicker, and then I think that's it. Will Lutz, fortunately, did not re-sign him. Or he retired, I think. I don't know, one of the two. I think I just didn't re-sign him. He was a free agent. But anyways, let's see. Actually, we could probably sign him now if he is out there. I might just pick him back up, or we could pick up Jake Elliott, and I'll do that. There you go, boom, just like that. We have a kicker. I need a left guard. If there's one out there, like I just want another left guard. So I'll take any left guard that is out there for you to see. Chuba Adoga, Fitzgibbon. We'll have him for the squad to be our backup left guard. We don't have one right now. It's hurt. So, I like that. Think our team is all set. So, I think we should be good. I really do. I think this is the season. We can get past the wild card, but only time will tell. So, I'll see you guys at the midseason point. We'll take a look at the squad and see the stats and see who's performing well and who's not. And maybe make a move or two. Who knows? And look at that. We're 2-4. Why? Let's find out. What do we got going on here? We have injuries right now. Probably had some injuries. There's no way we're just that bad. Draymond Jones dislocated elbow. There you go. That's why we're terrible. 2-4. That's not good. That's not what I was expecting. Passing leaders. Look at that. Scotty Williams, a guy that thought about drafting. He's second in the league. Nice. Of course. Should have drafted him maybe. Trevor Lawrence, terrible season so far. 7 TDs, 6 interceptions, 87 passer rating. Not looking too hot. 12-23 in the yards. 592-7 Derrick Henry. And we got Lawrence and Spears. So we're going to cut that. We got to figure out what's happening then with Trevor Lawrence. He's kind of struggling this season. 323, 2 Ds from Hopkins. Burks, 283 and 2. 270 for Phillips. No receiving TDs. Evan Ingram's 243 and 2 as well. So a little bit confusing. Blocking. We've allowed 9 sacks as a team. Defensively, Al Shear's leading the team in tackles, then Allen. Then we've got Amani Hooker with 33-29 for Kenny Moore the second. BR with 25-24 for Murphy-Bunting. Same with Poyer. And, yeah, Simmons leading the team in sacks with 4. Josh Allen, 2.5. Interceptions, we've got 2 only. Moore the second and Murphy-Bunting. Kicking, Elliott, only 1 field goal attempt. He made it. He's made all of his kicks. Bunting, Stonehouse, and you got your kick return and punt return in case you guys care. So, yeah, our offense is doing terrible this season because Trevor Lawrence is just not playing well. I don't understand it, but let's find out. We're second worst in passing, and our rush is, we're running the ball. We are scoring 26.2 points per game. which is weird. So it's got to be, then is it our defense that's bad? What is happening here? It must be our defense. Defensive yards allowed. I mean, it's relatively low. 13-19 on the pass, that's pretty good. Rush. I guess teams are running a little bit against us. We're allowing 160 points. Well, it could be better. Yeah, 2-4. I mean, have we just had close losses? I got to take a look at this schedule. See what was happening. So if I look at the team schedule, we've lost 21-28, 38-21. Okay. Coming off a win. Yeah, confusing. So, forced win home. Can you change that? No, you can't change that. I was like, okay, weird. So, looking ahead, it's a tough schedule. 2-4. Can we turn it around? Yes, we have the talent to turn it around. We'd have to go 8-3 the rest of the way, which we could do. We could totally do that. You go 10-7. But we are in a bit of a tough position here. So I'm a little bit worried. Is there any moves we should make? What would we want? What would we need? What is our defensive tackle? It says we need a center. I feel like centers are fine. Whitehair and Brewer are okay. Defensive tackle. Left end we've all true, which is fine. Tart and Shepard. So I feel like we're good there. I mean, a wide receiver. Maybe we could use a receiver. Could. I mean, Phillips, Schnall, Burks, and then Hopkins. You get up there in age. I don't know. I'll look around, but I mean, we don't have a lot of draft room. Wiggle room to work around with because I traded all my picks until 2028. At least all my first rounders and my second rounders. So, I mean, there's some moves you could do. But I really don't think we should be 2-4. So, I think we just keep the team as is. And maybe in the offseason, we try to make some moves then. Because I feel like overall we should be solid. I mean, I'm probably going to lose here to the 49ers, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. I think we're going to end up missing the playoffs this year. I think even if I made a move, I'd still think we'd miss the playoffs. Well, we actually went 10-7. And somehow, some way, 10-7 is missing the playoffs. Wow, that's tough. That is hard to swallow. I mean, that's not even a bad season. It was a tough year, I guess. 10-7, man. I mean, that's pretty good. That's honestly pretty good. I thought we'd be like a 7 or 8 win team. But we won 10 games. We just couldn't make it. We couldn't win out. We needed to win the division. And the Texans bested us. Same record. I got to see this schedule again. Did we lose? We must have lost to the Texans. Did we? At some point, we definitely did. I don't know where it would have been. No, team schedule. Let's see. Regular season. I mean, we lost the first game of the season to them. And we lost 2 games to them. Had we not lost both of those games, we would have won. Needed at least 1 win against them. That's unfortunate. Because we ended the season on a 4-game win streak. We were on fire, but yeah, we had some tough losses here. 1-point loss to the Raiders. What are you going to do? All right. Did we actually... Oh, we ended up beating the 49ers. How about that? Of course. Let's look at the stats. Yeah, just a bad first half of the season. I mean, great second half of the year. Had we done better in the first half, it would have been okay. I mean, Trevor Lawrence picked it up a little bit in the second half of the season. 26 TDs, 12 interceptions, 97 pass rating. I like him throwing a little bit more. I mean, I guess when Derrick Henry's rushing for 1287 and 10 TDs, you can't complain about that. Spears, 446 and 6 from him as well. Even Trevor Lawrence is getting down the running action, and Haskins with 8 TDs of his own. Receiving-wise, Hopkins, 941, 8 TDs, 858 and 8 for Burks. He's coming into his own. Kyle Phillips, 435, no receiving TDs. Evan Ingram, 402 and 3. Conquo, 261 and 1 TD. Chenault out there as well. How's our blocking overall? I guess was pretty good. Jerry Collins led him on the most sacks. 7. Josh Allen, 87 tackles, 11 sacks, 83 from Hooker. He had 3 interceptions, 75 from Murphy. Kenny Moore, 73, 2 interceptions. You see Simmons down there, 58 tackles. These guys combined 21.5 sacks. Ultra with 3.5, 2 for Hooker, Walker Jr., Landry, and Jones. And then the rest of the guys down here. Actually, a lot of sacks and a lot of interceptions. 3 from Hooker, 2 from Moore, Biard, and Poya. And then 1 from these guys down here. So we feel like we were pretty good. Just, again, first half of the season, we were 2-4. If we had been 3-3, would have made the playoffs, but unfortunately didn't. And then your punting, kick return, and punt return. So, let's see here. 15th in total yards. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, Titans, relatively close. I mean, 34-52 on the passing. Maybe we threw the ball a little bit more, who knows. But, I mean, we were one of the best rush teams in the league. And we did score 24.9 points. That's near the top. So, offensively, we were solid. Defensively, we were pretty good, too. 3,423 pass yards allowed. That's top 5, least amount. Rush could have been maybe a little bit better, but it wasn't even, like, awful. So, pretty good. And then, yeah, 348 points allowed. So we were a good team. I mean, again, we missed out just because we lost to the Texans twice. That's really what it came down to, was our division. And if the Texans win the Super Bowl, fair play to them. But I do think 4th and 5th season, we got a shot to get back to the playoffs and be talented and hopefully go on and make some noise once we get there. So I'm going to see you guys at the end of the Super Bowl, see who wins it, and then we'll go on from there. So let's see who won the Super Bowl. Who was it? Bengals. 20-14. Beat the Seahawks. Joe Burrow, Super Bowl MVP. He also won the MVP. Sirianni, winning Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Greg Russo from the Bills. And we had Trent Kirkpatrick and Tyler Ogletree, Patriots, Dolphins, respectively. All right, let's go on to the next season. We're going to negotiate 14 players. We have a little bit of cap room to play around with, but I feel like it's going to be a big one here. And, yep, Trevor Lawrence. Got to keep him somehow. Skoronski, he's got an option. We accept that. That's fairly easy to do. Monty Hooker wouldn't mind keeping. Evan Ingram's expiring. These guys are expiring, so I like to keep them around. Some of these players, so we'll do that. Elliott wouldn't mind keeping. Stonehouse again. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence is the big one, so I really don't want to have to franchise tag him. But we're going to give him a 7-year deal. I'm going to throw him as much money as I can, and hopefully he signs. You're a little piece of garbage. You are. I'm not franchise tagging for $53 million. But I can't lose him because I traded all my picks for him. So that'd be really stupid to do. But then again, I'm not a smart guy. So, alright. We'll try to get the rest. Oh, whoa, actually, I can't. That's a problem. Because then I can't get the rest of the guys. I can't get the rest of the guys, huh? You know what? Hold on. Let's see who we can keep. I'm gonna think about this, and we'll go from there. Let me see if I can work some magic here. All right, so I got back a lot of the guys I want. A few of these guys are just gonna have to walk. I franchise tagged Trevor Lawrence. I'm hoping next season he'll sign. I might have to restructure some contracts potentially, but not this season. Not this season. So yeah, it looks like this year we're not going to be able to re-sign a lot of these guys. Like Stonehouse, for example, can't re-sign. Farley can't re-sign. Yeah, so a lot of these guys are just gone, unfortunately. Which is fine. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's a little bit tough to lose some of those players. So we'll probably be a little bit weaker. But honestly, if we just had a good season, 10-7, most seasons that make the playoffs. So, yeah, free agency is going to be a bit of a dud since we don't have money. So, yeah, we'll just advance. I'm not going to restructure contracts because I need to make sure that Trevor Lawrence is on my team next year. So, we'll advance to, I guess, the draft, and we'll look at the draft recap and then go off from there. Maybe we can make a trade but it's not really looking like we're going to be able to do. All right, I traded for a 5th and 7th round pick this year for a few of my corners, Jackson Sr., Banks, and Beasley. A lot of corners on the team. I'm going to get a couple draft picks, maybe try to draft some other positions of need in this upcoming draft, since, again, I don't really have much money to work with in free agency. But we do save a little bit of, we do get a little bit of cap by doing that, so maybe that'll help us out a little bit. All right, let's look at the draft recap. It's nothing crazy, but we did get a couple running backs, some linebackers, some offensive linemen, some defensive linemen. So nothing too crazy there. We do need a center, so I'll probably just sign one for you. I need a kicker, punter. Well, actually, kicker. Yeah, I need a kicker and a punter. So and also I think DeAndre Hopkins. It seems like he retired, so that's also kind of unfortunate because I didn't see him. So yeah, all right. Let's advance, I guess, to the next season, 4th season, see if we can try to make some minor improvements to the team before we start going for this 4th season. Big season next year, 5th and final year. It's gonna be tough. All right, so let's look at the roster. Right now, it's a little bit concerning. But Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, running backs, Henry still here, Spears. We've got no fullbacks, wide receivers. Yeah, so yeah, Burks, Chenault, and Hensley. Probably need another wide receiver at some point. Tight end, we still have Evan Ingram. I didn't see him. I thought maybe he was gone too, but he's still here. So Evan Ingram's still here. Collins, left tackle. Left guards, Skoronski. We don't have a center, so we need one. Right guards, Runyon. But we also have Corey McCollin, who we drafted. Right tackle, Steele. Left end's going to be Draymond Jones. Jeffrey Simmons, right end. Defensive tackles, Tartan Shepard. Left outside linebacker, Josh Allen. Al Scher is going to be our mid linebacker. Right outside linebacker, Harold Landry, that's 3rd. And then we've got Kenny Moore II with Burvey Bunting and McCreary as our corners. Also still have Cecil Gills. We might have some value. Maybe we trade him. Because we just have so many corners, I feel like. Biard's going to be our free safety. And then shrug safety, still Amani Hooker. We need a kicker and a punter and a center. So let's try to get those guys. Maybe we make a trade for one of those using our corners. And we'll kind of just go from there. But let's see. Improved team. Don't know how much money we got to work with here. But we do need a kicker. So Riley Patterson, would you be willing to come on the team? I can't afford him. So it's going to have to be a garbage kicker and a garbage punter. So you're garbage. Right? Yeah, it'll have to be once we clear money. So that's fine. Don't think I make trade then. Correct. Let me see here. What is the value of Yells? Or McCreary. We could move McCreary. I know we just signed him. How much cap room would that put us at? Minus 400. It's not a lot. I don't want to restructure contracts yet either. That's the thing. Like, I could, but the problem is I got to make sure I can re-sign what's-his-face, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I could free up money now with Jeffrey Simmons. Like, I could do that. I could restructure Derrick Henry. We'll have more money there. I mean, if I was going to restructure anybody, I guess it would be Simmons. He's really the only one that makes the most sense to restructure. So we still have him for another 2 seasons. This year and then next year. So I guess we could do that. Free up 7.35. You know what? All right, we'll do that. We'll restructure it. Screw it. He's the only one we're restructuring, though. Does that give me enough money now, then, to get ourselves what I need? Yes. I think I'm going to do that, then. And let's see if we can get a center. And then we'll just sign a kicker and a punter in free agency. I made a trade with the Cowboys, get Baez to be our center, fifth scheme of the team, 2nd and 4th round pick in 2029. So that helps us out there, and then we can sign a kicker and a punter to round out the squad. And I think from there we should be good. So let's go to the improved team functionality, and we'll see what kickers we could sign. So, yeah, I'll try to get Riley Patterson for the season. And then we'll just get a punter to round out the team. And then we should be good to go. It's nothing too crazy there, but I guess we'll just take John Palmer. He's 21 years old. Why not? Give him a shot. It's your big chance, buddy, in the NFL. There you go. All right. That's it from me. I'll see you guys at the midseason. We'll see how this team's going to be. All right, we're sitting at 5-2, which isn't too bad. So far, so good. Looking at the stats, let's take a look and see how the team is doing. So, if we take a look here, Trevor Lawrence, not great. 13-39, 6 TDs, 3 interceptions. I mean, he's not throwing a lot of incomplete passes. That's why he's got a 70% completion percentage or 101.4 passer rating. I'd like him to throw a little bit more if he could. I guess if Derrick Henry's going to be running for 640 yards and 5 TDs, can't be mad at that. Spears also doing his thing out there, and then Trevor Lawrence rushing as well. Receiving-wise, Chenault Jr., 315, 1 TD, 313 from Ingram, 311 from Burks. So we're pretty balanced. Hemsley's even got 261 as well. So that's cool to see. Blocking-wise, pretty good. Only 7 sacks allowed. Excuse me as I sneeze. Alex Shahir, I'm not even going to cut that out. How you doing? 38 tackles. 36 from Yard and Murphy Bunting. 34 from Gills. 27 for Simmons. He's got 4.5 sacks. 5.5 from Allen. So Josh Allen, 5.5. 4.5 from Simmons. 1.5 from Landry and Jones. Half sack from Gills and Tart. We've got 6 interceptions of the team. Kenny Moore, the second leading the team, with 3 interceptions. Love that. Kicking, Riley Patterson, 4-7. Not that great. So that's a little bit concerning. John Palmer punting. Get your kick return, your punt return. So yeah, we're 11th in offensive yards, which is due to our rush, probably being top of the league. 1345, I mean, it's not too much passing going on there, but the rush is number 1. We're scoring 21.7 points per game, which is around average, I guess. And then defensively, looking good in terms of total yards allowed. 1,340, pretty solid. And then if you look at the rush yards, 745. That's a little bit too much for my liking. But we only allowed 117 points, so that's good. So far the team's doing well. 5-2. If Trevor Lawrence is up for negotiation right now, I would happily do it. Is he? Probably not, but we'll take a look. He is. All right, he doesn't want to re-sign. He really doesn't want to re-sign. But we're giving him the player-friendly $25 million and 24.5 bonus. Come on. Even though I wasn't looking to return, this offer is getting real tempting. You damn right it is. But he didn't accept it. So, but there's our free agency outlook. So yeah, I obviously got to get him back. There's a few other guys here. Obviously Collins has an option, so we're gonna keep him. But you have to throw a contract out there for Trevor Lawrence. So can't just lose him for nothing. Now I guess if there is a Joe Burrow out there, then I could lose him. But chances are it's the 5th and final season. It's usually just punters and kickers and garbage. So yeah, all right. Let's just see you guys at the playoffs, where hopefully we're in it. Playoffs this season, 12-5, and look at that. The Texans 10-7. They made it this season. Colts were 11-6. We're 12-5. I mean, that's pretty good, but not good enough to get a bye. The Chiefs still get the bye. Giants also get a bye too. Interesting. We'll take a look at quick look at the standings. But you can see we're just in the AFC South's tough, man. It's very tough to make the playoffs in this one. But yeah, I mean the Chiefs 13-4. We were 12-5. Pretty good. Wish we would have got it. Would have been nice if we got the bye, but you know, it is what it is. Buccaneers big at 8-9, man. Like you can't make that up. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, you know? I like to say that a lot. I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to speak on camera. That's why I'm trying to fill the dead space. Anyways, Trevor Lawrence didn't throw much. 17 TDs, 10 interceptions. Not really great. 32-40 yards. 98 passer rating. It's not great at all. But the 71% completion percentage is pretty good. But I mean, again, you have Derrick Henry, 15-38, 16 TDs. I mean, this guy is amazing. Spears also as a backup was solid. I mean, Trevor Lawrence even getting some rush yards in like that. Burks, 768, 727 from Hemsley. Ingram, he was solid. Chenault missed 4 games. But he was good. Blocking-wise, overall, looks okay. Not too bad there. Alshire, he was good. 86 tackles. 84 for Monty Rice. Josh Allen, 74, 10.5 sacks. 70 for Murphy Bunting, 68 for Biard. I can see Jeffrey Simmons, 12.5 sacks. That is what you like to see. 23 total between the two of these guys. Tart with 6, 5 from Jones. So that's beautiful. We have a lot of interceptions. 4 from Alshire. Biard's got 3. Kenny Moore the second one, 3. 2 from Gills. And Bunting, 1 from Hooker and Shelby. Patterson, 10 of 13 kicking, 51 of 52 extra points. And you got your punting, kick return, and punt return. So 17 total offensive yards, nothing to write home about. But it got the job done. 24.5 points per game is also going to be pretty high. Second lowest on the pass, but we had the most rush, or second most rush, rather. And yeah, 24.5 points. Top 5 in the league. Defensively, second best in terms of total yards allowed. 33-34 on the pass. We defended that really well. And we also defended the rush, second best. And we allowed the least amount of points. We have the probably the top defense with all that said. Yeah, 41 sacks and 16 interceptions. I mean, our defense is pretty dang good. So the question is, can we lock up Texas? The Texans? I would hope so. I mean, they were 10-7. You can see their rankings. I mean, 16th, 17th. Yeah, defensively 25th. So, I mean, we should be able to lock that team up. So, I'll see you guys at the Super Sim, where hopefully we are in. Here we are. We are the home team in the wild card. Let's see how we do. So, we're going to go to the Super Sim. Fast forward. And we're going to be doing the man, the myth, the legend. The Super Sim. So, starting off here, Texans going to get first blood 7-0, but we're going to tie right back up 7-7. Going to the second quarter. We get a stop on them. We're going to take it 14-7. Get another stop there. Only allow a field goal. Can we score up right here? We do. Make it 20-10. Didn't get the extra point, though. 20-17. Going to the fourth quarter. We score again. Make it 27-17. We stop them. And we do score there. We're going to go 30-17 and get the W and advance to the divisional round here as we stomp on the Texans. We don't really stomp on them, but we got them. Laramie Tunsil there as well. And, yep, advanced to the divisional. How did Trevor Lawrence play? Pretty solid. 213, 1 TD. Matt Redmond, I guess, is their quarterback. 265, 2 TDs. Henry, 19 carries, 86 yards. Burks, only 2 receptions, but 28 yards. 5 receptions, 66 yards from Chenault Jr. And, yeah, we were able to shut them down in that fourth quarter. Fantastic. All right, once again, we're the home team. Nissan Stadium taking on the Bengals. 12-5 they were. They had the number 2 offensive rank, number 20 defensive rank. We were 17th and 2nd, respectively. You see their offense pretty good. Obviously, they got some talent. And by talent, I mean they've got Jamar Chase. They've got the guy that burrows, the Joe. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's just see who can end up advancing to the AFC Conference Championship. Hopefully it's us. And we are the home team again at Nissan Stadium. We're heading on into the Super Sim, and let's go to the end of the game here. This is to go to the AFC Conference Championship game. Let's simulate to it and see what happens. So starting off here, Cincinnati, and we're going to get a field goal from them, but we're going to score, make it 7-3, second quarter, midway through. They get another field goal. Can we score? We get a field goal. Going to the second half, 3 field goals in a row for them. They finally get a TD and a 2-point conversion. We get stopped, though. It's 17-10. We got to be able to score. We don't score until late. 24-17, they score again. And we lose 31-17, so we will not be going to the AFC Conference Championship. We could not score for some reason. Our offense just completely imploded, and our defense wasn't very good today either. And again, the neck. The neck, man. I hate the neck. No, stop bobbing your neck. I hate that. 31-17. Yeah, not a good performance there. Trevor Lawrence, 71-72, 1 TD, not that great. Got outplayed. Looks like, did we not have Derrick Henry? That's also a problem. That is also a problem. No, we didn't have Derrick. Oh, yeah, he got hurt. Derrick Henry got hurt. But he had 20 attempts, 95 yards. He did get hurt, though. Broken tackles, 4. All right, 31-17. All right, let's go on to the offseason. we got some work. All right, who won the Super Bowl? It was the Bengals, who once again beat the Eagles. Just keep getting the Super Bowl, can't win. Deion Jones, Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor, Zebo Samuels, Parsons. Then we got Lonnie Howard and Marcus Conway. Craziness. Yeah, the Eagles, how many times did they get to the Super Bowl? Bengals, by the way, back-to-back. Should forget to mention that. Eagles been there 1, 2, 3 times. It's always a bird that gets there, huh? It's always the damn birds. And look at that, bird. Not a bird. Alright, let's go on to the... Alright, this is a big offseason for us. We got 12 players to negotiate contracts for. Trevor Lawrence still doesn't want to re-sign. I mean, brother, like, I gave you what you wanted. Okay? You're going to tell me that you don't want any of these contracts. Like, you have to sign this. Like, this is a very fair contract. 7 years. I mean, $97.5 million. I gotta keep him. Okay, there you go. I overpaid, but that's fine. It's fine. All right, we're gonna accept Jerry Collins' option. I'm gonna get rid of the rest of these guys on the team, and you know we're not gonna have too much money now. So, $46 million. We'll have a bit, but we'll go from there. All right, I got back practically everybody that I wanted back, so that's beautiful. That's great. We have a tad bit of cap room to play around with. Maybe we'll make a trade instead of trying to go for a free agent. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to advance to free agency. We'll see what's out there in the market. If there's anything good. If not, I'll try to just make a trade. I'm thinking I want another wide receiver, but we'll see. We have about a little over $8 million. Any good free agents out there? I'm going to double check. I mean, usually there isn't, for those that don't. No, yeah, I mean, left tackles, don't really need that. Kyle Hamilton is a strong safety, be kind of cool. But, it's nothing crazy. I mean, you need a kicker and a punter. Yeah, a lot of here. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah, no, I think we just try to make a trade. See if we can get anybody. See if we get the people they want. So, I'll do that. I'll see you guys once I have some signings and maybe a trade on the table. I traded for Hodgins, Love, and Thibodeau for Murphy Bunting and 2 future picks. So we got another wide receiver, defensive tackle, and a right outside linebacker. Some positions of needs from the Giants. So we have a tad bit of money left to spend. So I'll see if I can pick up anybody, like a kicker to punter in free agency, and then we'll just... All right, so the only thing that I actually ended up doing, I signed a mid linebacker, Jelani Tavai. That was the only thing I did. Yeah, we're at the draft. I'm just going to assume it past that. I'll see you guys at the 5th and final season. Because, yeah, it's rookies and they're fake. So, you got... Oh, I had Jelani Tavai. There he is. Okay, yeah, Jelani Tavai. Got him. Mid linebacker. So I just got to get a kicker and a punter before we start the 5th and final season. But this is going to be the team. So, whoever we draft. I'll see you guys once I'm there. Alright, so in the 5th and final season, if we take a look at the roster, on paper, looks okay. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, QB, Derrick Henry still a running back with Spears. Spears has kind of come up to his own. And Henry's still kind of okay, but he's a little bit on the older side. Fullback we don't have. Wide receiver, Burks, Hodgins now with Chenault Jr. So that's pretty cool. Tight end, we still got Evan Ingram. Jerry Collins left tackle, left guards. Skoronski, Ty's going to be our center, right guards. Runyon, we still have Corey McMullen as well, or McMullen rather. Terrence Steele, right tackle. Got a lot of right tackles. Left end has got Draymond Jones. Right end's got Jeffrey Simmons still. Defensive tackle, Tart and Love, which is pretty cool to see. Josh Allen, left outside linebacker. Mid linebackers, you got Al Sher and Tavai, which is cool. Thibodeau is going to be our new right outside linebacker we traded for. Then we got Kenny Moore the second, as well as Cecil Gills and Roger McCreary. Cool. Kevin Yurtsev, free safety and strong safety still Amani Hooker. Kicker and a punter, we're just going to get those guys and those positions of need, hopefully. If not, we'll just have it autofill and see who we get. But, let's see if we can get those guys. Looking at the improved team, looks all right. Fullback. Could get a fullback, theoretically, if I really wanted to, but I think don't really need it. So, yeah, let's get a kicker. Can I get Jake Elliott? Probably not. I lied. I can. We get Jake Elliott back on the team. And then for our punter, any good punters out there? John Palmer. We get John Palmer back. But I'm actually going with this guy, Carson, this time around. I'm going to give him his big chance. So he'll be our punter this year. All right. I'm happy with our team. It should be good. Let's see what ends up happening. 5th and final season. Let's try to make the playoffs and advance to the, I don't know, maybe win the Super Bowl. Let's try to win the Super Bowl. That's the goal, right? And this team is 7-0 at the midseason. We are doing absolutely insane right now. The team's looking good. We're 8th offense ranked in terms of total yards. We're 4th in defensive rank. And, I mean, everybody else in our division is pretty weak this year. Colts, Texans, Jaguars. So, by that logic, we should be good to, you know, make the playoffs. I mean, it would be a shocker if we don't. At the best record in the league. I mean, we're undefeated right now, which is great to see. Hopefully that stays that way. I don't know if it will, but we'll find out. We're going to see the stats and see how the team's doing. So if we look, we've got a great season out of Trevor Lawrence so far. 9 TDs, 2 interceptions, 71% completion percentage, 111.5 passer rating, almost 600 yards. That's not too bad. Derrick Henry still running. 598, 10 TDs, man. He's still kicking it. Thumbnail worthy indeed. Receiving-wise, Burks has been good for us. 451, 5 TDs. Chenault Jr., 424 and 3. Hodgins, 358 and 254 from Ingram. Blocking-wise, overall, has been good. I mean, only our tackles, Steele and Collins, have let up sacks. Alshire, 41 tackles, is leading the team. They've got Kenny Moore with 33. Gills, 32, 30 from Allen. Thibodeau's got 20, 26 from Biard. Tart, 22 and 5 sacks. I see 4.5 from Simmons. Thibodeau's got 2, 1 from Alshire, and then Skills with a half sack. Got a lot of interceptions, 2 from Hooker, and then 1 from a bunch of you guys down here. Kicking, Elliott's been perfect. Punting, Stachelski's been good. As a rookie, too. Look at that. Durant, kick return and punt return. Nothing too crazy there, though. So overall, we've been good. We're 8th in offensive yards, as you saw, which is near the top of the league. 1596 on the pass. It's not too high, but it is certainly in the top half of the league, I will say that. And our rush is 3rd best. We are scoring 26.7 points per game. That is near the top of the league indeed. And defensively, number 4 in total yards. 1456 on the pass. That's not too bad. And then rush, we're the best defense against that. And we've allowed at least 9 points, which makes a lot of sense. And we're 2nd most interceptions. So, I mean, 5th and final season. We're looking good. Let's try to win, make the playoffs, and then we'll go on from there. So we ended up going 12-5. 5-5 the rest of the way, so that's not great. But, hey, we made the playoffs. I can't be mad. I got to take on the Patriots. We are the home team. Unfortunately, did not get the bye. Bills went 14-3. Bears also get the bye, 13-4. But still a good season, 12-5. Would have been nice to, you know, have clinched. But, nah, it is what it is. Just gonna make it harder on us, huh? So, stat-wise, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, nothing too crazy. 17 TDs, 5 interceptions, 104.6 passer rating, 34.76 yards, 70% completion percentage is good. Derrick Henry, 22 rush TDs. Is that a record? Let me see. Most rush TDs in a season. Most rush TDs in a season. I don't think that's a record. But I'll double check. Yeah, no, it's not. Is it really LaDainian Tomlinson? Yeah, 28. 28. But 22 would put you number 6 all time. It's pretty insane. Shout out to LaDainian Thompson. I had a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey. I remember that. Spears, 6 TDs from him. Trevor Lawrence was good as well on the rush. Treylon Burks, nice season for him. 10 TDs, 1,156 yards. He's really come to his own. Chenault Jr., 807, 4 TDs. Ingram, 589 and 2. 573 from Hodgins. Not too crazy there. Blocking overall is pretty good. Alshire led the team in tackles, 95, 83 from Moore and Allen. Gills with 73, 72 from Thibodeau, which is good. I see Tart and Simmons, 8.5 sacks apiece. Thibodeau with 4.5, 2.5 from Alshire, 2 from Love, and then 1.5 these guys. Interceptions, Kenny Moore with 4, 3 from Hooker and McCreary, 2 from Shear and Allen, and 1 from Gills and Yard. Obviously, that was good there. Elliott was perfect. Punting and yard kick return and punt return as well. The special teams. Yeah, we're 14th in offensive yards. That's not too bad. I feel like Trevor Lawrence needs to throw a little bit more for my taste. But I guess if you're second best rush, it's not, not too bad. 23 points a game is top half the league, which is good. Now, defensively, we were the number 1 in terms of total yards allowed. Defended well against the pass. Defended well against the rush. Least amount of yards. So, we were also with 16 interceptions. So, obviously, the team was good. Now, we got to take on our buddies, the Patriots, 10-7. Number 2 ranked defense, 22 and 25th offense. Somehow, they were 10-7, though. Knowing this game, this will be the last game we play. I hope not. But I just have a feeling. We are home. Hopefully we beat them. I feel like this is a team we should be able to beat. But I guess we'll find out. Let's go on to the Super Sim. Okay, Nissan Stadium. Wild card against the Patriots. How are we going to do? Let's find out. Let's jump forward to the end of the game and see what is going on. So starting off here, 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Make it 10-0. And looks like we're doing pretty good here. They're going to get a TD, 10-7. Can we score, though? We can't. We get stopped. They get a field goal. Third quarter here, 10-10. We got to be able to score. We don't. Patriots don't score here. We do get a touchdown. They get a touchdown right back, though. And it's going to OT. They get a field goal. And we lose in OT. I told you guys that this would happen. How do we not beat this team? I don't know. I mean, I guess they were 10-7, but, like, 25th offensive rank, 22nd defensive rank, and we lose by a field goal. Like, it's just so predictable. It's so predictable, but, like, if you reverse the roles, I would have gotten blown out. Dang it, man. Tough loss. Tough loss. So, once again, I got to the playoffs 3 seasons. I mean, Mac Jones even had a great of a game. 57 points. Well, yeah, he had 263, 2 TDs. Trevor Lawrence couldn't throw for a TD. I mean, it's tough. I mean, we scored 10 points. Can't score in the second. Can't score in the third. You score in the fourth. It's just mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. All right. See who wins the Super Bowl, then close out the video. So, in case you guys are curious, Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Beat the Cardinals. Checo, Super Bowl MVP. Allen, Bailey, Lamb, Parsons. 2 Cowboys. Gerard Flynn, and then from the Bills, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Dan Ford from the Indianapolis Colts will get the job done. So, what did we make? The playoffs. 5 seasons. I mean, we should have made it 4. We made it 3 seasons. Should have made it 4. I didn't really get far, though. Kind of unfortunate. We were close every game. A lot of BS losses, but, predictable. I guess with that being said, let's go to the full screen. Close to the video. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed the video. You did. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down most videos, go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel, down in the description. If you like other content, me, TJP. So, next NFC team. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look. NFC... No, I just look up NFL standings. It would be the... Who's it going to be? Looks like the Commanders, potentially? No, not the Commanders. The Packers, because they were 8-9. Yeah, it would be the Packers, Commanders, then the Lions, even though they were 9-8 because they didn't make the playoffs for them. And this is in terms of NFC, and then AFC, it's gonna be slightly different. But yeah, cool. All right, so look on for the Packers. They're gonna be upcoming video. But with that being said, I'm gonna head on out for now. Take care. We'll see you soon. Peace.